and this is how it connects us.
私たちをつなぐ。
We believe in helping people find a way to get things done. We call this Africanacity.
Welcome to Real Estate with Nelta, where we discuss property issues that affect the everyday Botswana in Botswana. Today I'm joined by Mr. Michael Mpeo, who is the Managing Director of Property for You, which is a real estate-based property show in one of our local TV stations in Botswana, and they are now branching out into property development. He's here to share insights on how you as a Botswana who possibly has an undeveloped plot can actually develop it with his assistance. Welcome to the show, Mpeo.
Hello,
it's
Nelta.
such a pleasure to have you here.
Yes.
Property for you king and the
Okay. Well, Property for You has been going on for a good 7 years. It's on one of our local tellies. It's a show that really inspires Batswana to know about property and property-related issues. But to be more specific, we've been trying to inspire Batswana. A dream. Then if you watch the show, it will get you going towards eventually starting. So we've been showing different houses, properties, to ensure that people get a kick of what's in the market. We show inspirational properties that if you're a new property entrant, obviously you can't build a house as beautiful as the ones we're showing. We have glass houses at the Golf Estate. We have some houses in OD.
double stories with 7 rooms.
So having done all those, we sometimes step back a bit and look at much smaller properties that would sort of get you going and not to make you fearful of the industry. We've shown those for some time. But now, having done that and getting a number of calls and responses, how can you assist us? Then we're like, maybe there's something there. So we're like, okay, what do we do? We're like, okay, so let's look at the strategies how we can assist typical Botswana. We know there are challenges in actually owning property. The challenges are right from acquiring a plot or a stand to financing and developing,
Right.
As well as getting the financing to go for it or get a mortgage. Now, with all these things as challenges, where can we assist? Where can we step in? So, having done it for or showcasing and investigating and looking at issues of property and development, right from the paperwork of coming up with a structure, right through to the finished stages of it, we realized, okay, so there's a gap somewhere. Now, Motswana o khona go apply plot for 20 years in certain areas.
Right.
So what do you do? Hi, it's also motona, o apply 30 years ago, for instance, or retired. Hence, you'd find that go high, but so that's where we're saying, okay, there are ways that they could go at it. We want to do something, especially for the youth or new property entrants or first-time home buyers. Because they're doing a lot of rentals.
Right. Because they can't afford to purchase plots
exactly.
and property. Yeah.
Because one of the challenges is the salary. Salaries are not equal as a graduate, what's about 6,000.
That purchasing power equal class.
So they can't access the market.
Yeah.
And half of the time you'll find that property gurus, property developers, because the system, it benefits, is a capitalist society.
Right.
And then those who have develop and then very crazy rentals rather. So we're saying, okay, no, this is where we can step in by saying, okay, what are the strategies that we can employ to assist? So we looked at it this way. There are a lot of models that are out there.
Yeah.
Runa, we didn't start off as property developers.
Yes, start off with the TV show.
Exactly, with the TV show. And we wanted to, because I'm passionate about property, I'd like, folk to sort of get into it, because and how property is wealth and all that. So I've always been really, excited about
and
that.
Passionate
that
about
space.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So what we are saying is, you have a plot, and most of the time it's already the new plots recently. And now they're really quite small as well. So there are more challenges that are coming into the picture.
Right.
The accessibility size qualification in terms of affording to start or purchase. Mad. So, Rare, if we have plot, what can we do to make sure we have a model that will not only help Mothalamo? How can we keep helping people for a longer time, and for more people to benefit, and then for us to also sustain ourselves in such a way that we can keep going?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're looking at a long-term strategy as well as empowering and helping Batswana.
Exactly. Yeah. So having that in mind, we're saying, okay, typically Botswana, I don't know who came up with this concept, and then when I own this property after donkey years, then I own. How but it's a strategy. This one on a strategy is at 2.5. This thing of 2.5, came up with some. No, but the thing is the idea of a 2.5. Who came up with the concept of 2.5? I hear some Canadian designer a long time ago. So Botswana says 2.5. That thing. So no and then they begin doing years, and then after so many years, then I can now return the property to the owner.
Mpeo, affordability. How compare a 2.5 le multi-res? Obviously 2.5 is more affordable than multi-res. So Lonaha Litla as property for you. How are you going to make it affordable? And another issue property diplot ke boswa, and they have sentimental value. Utla bona Motswana are ha ke batla go rekisa plot e ke filwe ke nkuku la go khona go manage yang sone seemo seo sa Batswana and that sentimental attachment to plots. Also, how are you going to mitigate affordability gore di development tsa rona ga di ture thata, but ga Motswana re tla on developele ga ka ke a tshoga a ka ntse gore ba dia go a go godimo thata, and how are they going to benefit?
Okay, one, there's that misconception how do I put it? As it is, Batswana makes a plot.
Right.
Okay.
Because they need money.
They need money, but not only that, land sentimental value. But the is as it is. But the developers foreigners who come and develop really fast, about a quick buck, and then they're not only losing out on the land. Who benefit from Mothalamo? So we are saying, as opposed to Mothalamo and Arik Saplota, there are 4 units, maybe the bachelor pad, the 2 beds apartments. Yeah. That way we are looking at about 4 or 5 kids that can benefit from that. So we're now looking at Ploto. I believe how bali 4 or 5, depending on the units. In that sectional title, if you it will be who benefit le Batswana le rona re ka nantse re bona re contribute more, as opposed to this model of plots stands, and then batho ba tsa di stands motho a dira 2.5, and then the rest of the plot stays space. Like the space is there, and it's waste. As much as we are sentimental about plot to care and all that, but you're not really putting good use to plot, it's unfortunate. But as it is, like re ka developer in that area better one unit be alina monga ploto and then the rest of it re ka di available to other kids in the market.
Mpeo, we just have to go for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Real Estate with Nalta, where I'm joined by Mr. Mpeo to discuss a model that he has come up with as a managing director of Property for You to help Batswana develop the undeveloped plots. Now, Mpeo, ne tukopa gore o bolele Batswana ko gae ka tsamaiso yone ya go tlhabolla di property, di plot era.
Thank you, Nelta. Basically, this is what we are saying. We are very open-minded to work with a plot owner. One of the things that we'd like to do, number one, this is the first option. I develop or you feel, okay, guys, now I want to get rid of this plot. We'll be happy develop. Not batla go develop la gore banana kana new property entrants kana first time home buyers bo ba khona gore ba benefit from that property. Re batla gore ha re tsere le ha ile nyenyane re le go ntsha 1 or 2 units. Ha ile kgolanyana re tana ntse re di oketsa jalo. Re be re avela gore whether is a bachelor kana di 2 beds apartments. That's number one.
Right.
Number two, re batla go develop property le wena. Wena re nya na tota ba gaetsho ga gena gape plot ke na le yone plot ya miki ya go nna jalo okay fine re tla developer ntsha 4 units ile one e tla nna gago it will go towards hello plot ya go ne le 300,000 they ra property ke bo 650 or so just as an example so ora gore in actual fact you gain a property. So
you still have that ownership.
You have that ownership because there are sectional titles for each of the
sectional title again.
Sectional title go gore ntlong le ngwe tlebele monkang ke se magano se sa ntlo se leng gore se na le ditsana tsotlhe tsa molao tsa gore di go he boikarelo ba gore o na le ntlo e leng ya gago
lona mme hala be le kopanna setsha sa
se sa teng sa kopanna sone se kopanetsweng jana mo teng ga sone gore ka mantswe a mangwe se emisa go nna setsha se nna ditshana mo within within the big one and mongwe le mongwe o na le ha e leng ga gagwe ha ile go kgona go rekisa go kgona go rentisa mme ile gore le nna in common ground ka mantswe a mangwe tse gore the property for you apartments tse le gore depending gore re tabele gore ke mang go kgatlhetseng he jang ditumalano ke re ka moagela sa go nna jang go ne mo lo ro lebeletse oneo jaanong ha o le motho o tla bo ipotsa gore gora gore ke latlhegelwa ke le hatse gora gore ke tlabe ke gaina ka gong ha o na le plot o ntse sa e develop is better than go nna la ka yone o ipole go itlhobogile kana gona ro ka dirang ka yone gore ha o le exactly
it's a waste of money
it's a waste of money ibile ano ha ile go na le property ile gore e rile yana botse kganya gore go ha re tla dira jang gore se ka turela Batswana gore Motswana se ka re go ga ba go nna difficult and more
le gona ga gore ba ka le tshepa ya
ba ka tshepa ya ka gore a ke rena kana re ba property for you ya tsena mo every Monday mo BTV jalo jalo go ntseng jalo ke itse gore a re go sia me television station me ano ha isana jana dio tso tse re tla ba di dira tse ha re simotse di ka go tsa go nna jalo Motswana go gona gore a ba re mo kaetsa seemo ka tsamaiso stage by stage gore dira jana la go itlheleng di ka go sa teng di hela and then they can see transparency in that regard se sengwe sa gore buturu ba property malatsing ya gantsi budiriwa thata ke di dirisiwa kana materials tse le gore di a rekwa
so for the
development good I agree that's what warrants gore price ya go di mo kana go tlase devaluation sa bobedi ke gore ha kae because location le yona the contribution ya gore for instance if you are looking at sharp plots in block 6 block 7 block 10 and
this is in town
so it's not just you rena ke tla di sa re ke tsamisa ka bokana because the going price of the land itself and the development ya go sa gore price ke na be le gore ya botokanyana
me te go tsana ganong a Mpeo ga re lebile tsone ditsha tse di mo ga borone for example tota go na tse dintsi tse di sa tlhabolwang ya no ga di ka tla go wena ke gore ke Mpeo ke na le property say ko phase 2 ke rekile ntlunyana ko phase 2 me ke batla gore re partner re tle re develop ke batla go ntsha yone low cost deal re ka ira di unit is that something that you'd consider
exactly we consider things like that hantsi go lalwa ke botona kana bo size of the property or the plot because if there is a bigger plot then there are possibilities to do also
more
units le gone gape we are open-minded to discuss because because with us we've been struggling trying to get the concept out there to Motswana gore re batla go dira ya no re na le gone gore re be re okay over time re ha bona Motswana o ha how can we come together ke ha go ka tswa go nna re na ra ka ntse jana go ngwana o na le mogopolo mongwe o leng gore o ka batla re dire ka plot
ke
di puisanyo hela
le ka dumalana
exactly gape rona se stona ka gore batho ba ritse la ga le re bona ha gona mo go tweng batho ba ga ritse gore ba direng ga re ba tlhalwa ke bomang gore gapetsa so batla go se botsa megala e teng ra na tla di Facebook page di teng jalo gona go commenta they can trace you ga teng ke re Batswana we are here to help them re bona how can they develop and get somewhere without necessarily just throwing their things away ke ra re gone mo gore mo re tsang gore me at least ha re berekisana le Batswana gape re butse megopolo ya gore what are the suggestions that they can come up with gore ka hoela ha kae gore mosadi mo gore a le go ga isa itlhobe gore ntlo plot e go ka ke nna go le ntse le tao isa le ke a place plot don't years ago e teng ke na le plot mo block 6 kana block 7 in tse hela ya no me gape
ke re ke a le botsa ibile ka tsone tse di komagaeng are you looking at urban areas ke tsone di toropo and rural kana go na le a specific location
because we are starting, as I was saying, we are TV people, but then we are going to the space of proper development. We wanted to really target these pockets of plots within the city that are not developed because we are targeting at youth to own them.
Right.
The access, you know, youth or since Abalamudi what or Hatala, at an CBD, Hale, at an Hypo Junction, at an River.
It's a central
location.
Yeah.
So we're trying to start with those. And then, because also again, it's easier for somebody if they want to purchase. Gore a be le gore o ka reka sengwe se se rileng le ha batla go rentisa go motho gore se ka tsamaya ka speed yalo jang
ga re lebile dio tsele di tlhoka ga ke le Motswana ko gae ke na le kgatlhego ya go bua le lona. What are the requirements that you ask Batswana for? Ga ke tla go go lona ke Mpeo ke na le setshaga la go tlhokana leng.
To start with,
proof of ownership,
proof of ownership is a very key thing to everything. Yeah, ke a gago. Ka gore ga ba tlo next re tsa mo plot re ditumalano. O tla go te ga se ga rama le go ke ga ratse. We don't want all that. Re se mara ke so proof of ownership lona tla ba di chekala nya re ke ya gago jang. Body everything. And then from there we agree with you. We do agreements with lawyers go na tswa sa na gore ga re tla ba re dira eng exactly re dumalana ka mogopolo a rona le gore mangwe tla ba dirang sa direng jang ga se ona re dumalana kona development e ka simolla. But what's important is that to that so se tona sa kono ke plot
and I don't have to have a lot of money.
You don't have to have
no tshwanetse go nna hela le setsa
since how na le setsa effect na re batla madi mo go yena ha ona le plot hela number one.
That's
similar and then we take it from there. How do we then work together? We are there. How do we develop? Now we are there. Ya no hanzi se le gore se is an impediment. Kana se khoreletsang ke gone gore plot e nyenyana. Because highly nyenyane e re itsa go gore re ka dira sepe se hapegileng ka gore. I'll give you an example. How na le plot at 300 square meters. You can probably just get about 2 units out of that. But
the council like it has its own requirements for building.
Because I can't parking, so all those things
you have to take into consideration.
You can't get as many units out as you like. So it's a challenge mo le gore ha wantse yalo. Tla be re developer ke mongare go developelang rena be re sa bone gore re ka dirang gape ka gona so re ntse re develop re gone re bone sengwenyana re go dira thuso mongwe gape be re tswela re thuso mongwe la rene re tswela go tlheleng as many people as we can. We are not government, but we are saying we want to participate where we can as private sector or as other members of society.
So help us on property investment and ownership. Right.
And gape mo go rona it's important gore in eleso sa se nna la ruri go re se ka ra dira go hala be re tlala mo tsebeng and ha ile gore wena o tla bo developer lo no siela ba bang bone so at least we can have 2, 3, 4 properties and then if this is working re tsana hala engwe pa plot and 3, 4 properties hala lalo re tsentse 4 hala re tsentse 3 hala re tsentse 2 hala bang wa tlo ba rona re batla go rent. We are moving away from rentals re batla re ba le ka own one. So how we can get people to do that. I want to get to a point where there's a personal loan. Your personal loan is enough to pay you a bachelor pad.
Right.
How was a personal loan or patala or a how is there a property
something that appreciates
in value. And the thing is, if it's a personal loan, baggage.
No.
You see? Because the personal loan is as such. Mortgage is small loan, the requirements thing and all that. The interest, that sort of thing. So we want to make it accessible. And make it very modern in terms of design, and really make sure Motswana more access. And we also want to discourage ebe gore ramba humi go mpa ditona o tla ba tla go reka di property tsa be re hirisetsa bana we rather gore ene ngwana itheke
re bua thata Mpeo ka Batswana. What if ke le Motswakwa mme ke na le plot gone mo ga borone kana in one of these areas mo Botswana le ka nthusa
nya ya ka di bua kana re batla gore re helere a community 1 or 2 people or 3 kids ha plot e available re bona gore gate re ka idira ka tsela ntseng jang gore a o le wena o batla gore o re develop le wena o bole gore ra re thusa gore e be re bana ba hella ba bona boroko jang.
Mpeo, unfortunately nako ga ya re masentle so re tshwantse go khutla yone dipuisano tsa rona mme Motswana go gae ga na le kgatlhego gore aka le ka motlhabolela setsha ba ka ikgolagana yang le lona.
rona re ba property for you we kgolaganya le rona mo property for you Botswana mo Facebook page ya rona la re gone ho e re ga lo mosadi mogolo ko gae re tsara mogala ya la gore letse mo 3121757 3121757 o re letse mo seleng ya rona ya 75116459 ba property for you re ka go thusa gore re go tlhabolela ka go aga go le wena kana ka maele a harologaneng a go itlhabolla mo ka go.
Thank you so much, Mpeo. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. And I'm sure Mzwana Kalapeng has learned a lot, and they are actually hopeful to know that there's something that they can do to develop that plot. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for watching Real Estate with Nauta. We'll see you soon.
And this is how it connects us.
私たちをつなぐ。
We believe in helping people find a way to get things done. We call this Africanacity.
The long-awaited Batswana Human Resource Development Skills Fair and Clinics is back again, and we are going countrywide again. Join us in Francistown from the 26th to the 28th February and in Maun from the 3rd to the 4th March. Come and talk to industry experts, education and training institutions about different careers at BHRDS 2020. Gates open from 8 a.m. and entrance is free. Human Resource Development Council. Our people, our future.